And so I'd like to ask the President to start with a statement. My name is Yamako, Director of the President of JAXA. Thank you very much for many of you for participating today. I would like to start by saying a few things, and details will be explained by Mr. Kuninaka. And on the 20th of January 2024, at 10:20 JST, a smart lander for investigating moon landed on the moon. We have been able to confirm that it has arrived on the moon surface. My name is Kuninaka, the Director General of ISIS. As was explained, a smart lander for investigating moon, SLIM, we made a challenge to landing on the moon. Now, the SLIM has been communicating to the Earth station, and it is receiving command from the Earth accurately, and the spacecraft is responding to these in a normal way. However, it seems that the solar cell is not generating electricity at this point in time. And since we are not able to generate electricity, and so the operation is being done using batteries on load. And based on the data, and landing has been stored on the spacecraft. And so we are trying to data source that to the Earth, and we are making effort to maximize the scientific the achievement. And during the descent to the moon, and while hovering above the moon surface, we have been able to separate Lev 1. And Lev 1, once separated, will automatically send the signal, and that has been successful. So we do consider Lev 1 and Lev 2 have been successfully separated. And we are making an effort to acquire data at this point in time. And in order for us to analyze the data, we will require some time. That has been the case scheduled from the start. And so in regards to sharing of the data, we will require a little more time. And so what we know at this point in time is, as I have explained, and so we are still gathering data to understand the situation of this spacecraft. Also, SLIM has targeted the high precision landing with an accuracy of 100 meters. Well, we require to do a detailed analysis of data, as we have indicated in advance. And so as to whether we have been able to achieve 100-meter accuracy or not, we would require a little more time for us to be able to confirm on this point. And also, so we will gather the data we have been able to gather, and we are hoping of holding a press conference next week. As for the precise date, we will inform you next week. And so that is what we know at this point in time.
Thank you very much. Any follow-up comment from Dr. Fujimoto? Thank you very much. The materials have been distributed to everybody in the venue, and also those who are participating through WebEx online. We are also web streaming this program, so if you haven't received the materials yet, please wait for them. And also there will be a press release on the website of JAXA, and we are updating information every now and then on the website. So please be patient to receive the materials. Thank you very much indeed. From now on, without further ado, I would like to start taking questions from the members of the press. So we have members joining in the venue as well as online participants. So first, participants in the venue, followed by questions by online participants. If you are participating through a web line, please state your name and affiliation by typing that into the chat, and then we will appoint you. So from the venue, please wait for the microphone. Once you get the microphone, please state your name and affiliation before you ask your question. And since there are many members of the media joining this session, so please limit your question to just one question and be brief. Now I can see some hands. Okay. Please wait for the microphone. Eito of Sankei Shimbun newspaper. First and foremost, this time round, Slim descended from the orbit, and the landing itself, the soft landing itself, was it successful or was it a failure? So solar cell and panel is not functional, is not working at the moment. Does that mean, is that part of the criteria of a success or failure of the landing itself? Thank you for your question. We believe that the soft landing itself was successful. The major reason is because the spacecraft was able to send telemeter to Earth, which means that most of the equipment on the spacecraft is functional, working properly. So as you could see online, 10 kilometers was the altitude from which descent was made. So if the powered descent wasn't successful, then there would have been a collision at a very high speed. Then the spacecraft's function would have been lost completely. But now it is still sending a data properly to Earth, which means our original purpose, objective of soft landing was successful. I believe this is the evidence for that. Thank you I'm very happy to hear that. If that's the case, the trouble is just around solar cell. It's a separate trouble or problem from the soft landing.
Thank you. The person towards my right will take a microphone to you. Kinata from NHK. Now, the solar cell is not generating electricity right now. And is that a trouble of the solar panel itself, or is it the attitude or direction, or what are the possible reasons for this? Yes, as you have indicated, the hardware of the solar cell and also the section receiving the electricity could be the cause of the trouble. But other portion of the spacecraft is functioning correctly, whether it be temperature data or the pressure data. We have been able to receive all the healthy values, and so I don't think it's just a singular error of a solar cell in itself. But another point. It could be of the attitude, not aiming at the intended direction. So we are trying to analyze the data that we are gathering at this point in time and analyzing the status at this point. But what we can say at this point in time is what I've actually explained.
Well, thank you very much. The gentleman in green. Naragane, freelance writer. So what is your observation? Could I ask each of those three speakers to share your observations? Thank you very much. Well, first and foremost, landing was made and communication was established. So a minimum success was made in my view. As for the details and detailed data assessment, this will take place in the future. So what about the precision within 100 meters and so on? That assessment is still open. So going forward, by assessing the data and so on, we will make many more findings. So first and foremost, landing was successful. So going forward, Japan's technology should develop even further, and we should be able to access the lunar surface. I believe that there is a path or opening to that now. So with the various countries going forward, there will be international cooperation, which is already underway. So we'd like to provide all sorts of knowledge and insights. That's my observation. Thank you very much. So my question was that I wanted to ask observation from each speaker. So As you saw on the web quick look, the original orbit, intended orbit, was traced by the spacecraft. The orbit was in line with that, and then expected acceleration was also traced. The actual acceleration was also realized. So on a real-time basis, we were able to share such information result with you. So such an outreach activity was possible. This was done very well. Looking at the trace, 100-meter pinpoint landing, precision landing was pretty much successful. Of course, regarding the accurate result, we still need 1 month or so to do the analysis, as we had already communicated with you in advance. But in that sense, we cannot say anything definitively. It is premature to try to do that. But the intended course was followed, so I personally observed that the pinpoint landing was also successful. This technology going forward, we will send more spacecrafts to the moon, and also MMX program is underway towards Mars as well. So Artemis program is also saying moon to Mars should be realized. So in this context as well, Japan has established a major milestone or stepping stone to that. So I believe this was a greater step forward.